Hey guys, welcome back to the Thisissoul Skate Shop YouTube channel. This video, I'm gonna explain everything there is to know about children's aggressive inline skates. An aggressive inline skate is a skate that's meant to grind on. And grinding is like sliding over rails or curbs. This is a pretty specific thing. So first thing is to make sure that if you wanna buy a children's aggressive inline skate, if that's really what you need. If your kids really want to grind, then this video is for you. The short answer to this topic is if your child has size 34, 35 or bigger, get like a solid hard boot that's not even adjustable at all. Those type skates are a lot better than the adjustable ones. If he or she has a size 34 or smaller, then I'd advise you to get the USD Transformer or the Baltic K skate. I am right now in our store in Amsterdam, and here you see the selection of children's skates that we have. We have all the aggressive inline skates and recreational inline skates on the market for children. So you can come here to our store in Amsterdam to check them out, try them on your foot, and see which one works the best for you. We also offer children's skate lessons. We have group lessons for them to learn all the tricks that they want. And we also do private lessons. Another cool thing which we're doing is we do road trips and we do skate camps. With the road trips, we put a lot of kids in a car, drive to a skate park somewhere in the Netherlands and go have a whole day of a lot of fun. Skate camps is a bit similar, but then it lasts 3 days and 2 nights. We have 2 camps a year, a winter camp and a summer camp. Before buying some aggressive inline skates, please really consider if this is really what your child wants, because there are some penalties and downside into having a skate like that. Things that he or she really needs to be able to do, I think, before you take that step, is dropping in the quarter pipe and being able to flow around in the skate park a little bit already. The next thing he or she needs to do is to watch YouTube videos and have a specific image in their mind of what aggressive inline skating is. He or she really needs to want to learn to grind. So why am I emphasizing all that? That's because aggressive inline skates as a hardware has a big penalty. It has big chunky sole plates, small wheels which are really slow, and they're just not actually really playful. I see that kids that are not grinding are so much better off at having like a normal, decent, like €100 pair of power slide or rollerblade skates than having a specific aggressive skate. Right now there are 3 brands producing adjustable aggressive inline skates, and those brands are USD with their USD Transformer, the Baltic with the Baltic K skate, and Razors with the Razors Genesis skate. All those 3 skates are adjustable. Let me show you how. The Baltic K skate has a little button here which you can press and then shove out the front. The USD Transformer has a bolt here which you can unscrew and then pull the front forward, screw the bolt back in, and voila. The Razors Genesis Junior has 2 bolts at the bottom, so you can pull the front more forward and you can pull the back more backwards. Screw the bolt back in and voila. All these 3 adjustable skates actually have a downside though. They're all 3 kind of flimsy, so they're not really stable. They can move around a lot. They don't really have a good shock absorbing in it, so the foot position is a little bit backwards, and they often break sooner than that you're able to grow into them. And this is not what you want. When you're aggressive skating, you're kind of like destroying your skates because you're jumping on it, you're grinding on it. The skate's gonna take a lot of beating, so you need a good, strong, solid boot to handle this. Those good, strong, solid boots look something like this. One piece of shell, which is non-adjustable. It kind of like comes inherent with what you're doing with the skates. That adjustability is just not really an option for them, it seems so. Maybe in the future we'll have like a perfect adjustable skate, but right now all the good aggressive skates are solid hard boots. The solid hard boots, they last a lot longer and they give you a lot more control. Often the fit is also a lot better and they don't even cost that much more. But now you're thinking, yeah, but my kid is like growing super fast, so how to do this? And as an answer to that, I would advise that it's better to get a solid hard boot like the one I just showed in like 3 or 4 sizes too big, than to get an adjustable skate that's adjustable in 3 or 4 sizes. Because the adjustable skate will not last 3 or 4 sizes if your kid is actually using it. So even if a solid hard boot is like a little bit more expensive, it will at least last until the kid grows out of it. When looking at aggressive inline skates, something weird is happening. Because some skates come with 4 wheels and some come with 2 wheels. Let me explain why. In skating terms, this is called a flat setup, and this is called an anti-rocker setup. The anti-rocker comes from being the opposite of a rocker. A rocker skate is when the outer wheels are a little bit higher and when the skate can like rock back and forth when you're really maneuverable. The anti-rocker is when the middle wheels are smaller, so it's the opposite of a rocker, and you're not maneuverable at all. This is not an advantage, you don't want this, but the advantage is that the small middle wheels clear out the groove in the center, so this makes grinding easier. Accommodating grinding is the only reason why you should have an anti-rocker setup. If you're not yet grinding, then first you should think about if you even want an aggressive skate in the first place. But secondly, if you want to have an aggressive skate and you don't really grind, then I would advise that you use a skate that has 4 wheels. Most kids that are starting out with aggressive skating are not yet grinding, so I would advise to always get a skate that has the 4-wheel options, and then you can always easily replace it with some small grind wheels and put them in the middle to create the anti-rocker setup that he wants after a while. If you prefer a skate that comes with only the 2 wheels, and because it comes in like a certain colors that you like or it's the brand that you love, then I would advise you to buy 4 more extra wheels so that you can put 2 more extra wheels in each skate in the middle, so that you can create the flat rocker skate for the beginning of the child's journey in aggressive inline skating. It's a lot better. Then when the child's grinding, you can always swap it out. So that's everything you need to know about aggressive children's inline skates. Now I'm just going to go through the list of the adjustable aggressive skates and all the solid hard boot type skates that come in small sizes that you can also consider. First up, the Racer's Genesis. Nice thing about it is that it's adjustable on both sizes, so you can adjust the front and the back, but there's also some downsides. A cool thing is that I wrote a long email about all the things that I think should be improved about this skate, and right now I'm actually working with racers to create the next version of this skate. I know that a lot of the kids are bending the buckle, so the buckle tends to go a little bit outside, so I advise people to cut off the buckle to prevent this. Another good thing to do with this skate is to put a little shock absorber in it, because right now you're standing a little bit flat. A cool thing about this skate is that it comes in 2 options. So you can buy it flat or you can buy it anti-rocker, your choice. Next thing is the Caltic K-Skate. It comes in a lot of different colors, so that's really nice. And also it comes in 2 different frame setups, so you can have the flat setup with 4 wheels, or you can have the anti-rocker with only 2 wheels. The same thing as the Racer's Genesis Junior is that it doesn't have a shock absorber, so you're standing a little bit flat to the back. So I advise you to put a little shock absorber. You can buy this, of course, at Thisissoul.com, underneath the heel to get it a little bit more of a natural stance. It has a cool crank strap here to tighten everything. Fun fact about the sole plate is that it's symmetrical, so if it ever wears down, you can swap the left sole plate for the right side and the right sole plate for the left side. Cool thing about this skate is that it comes in two sizes. There's the 33 to 36 size and the 37 to 40 size. If your kid has the smallest size, then this is a good option. If your kid has 37 to 40, I'd advise against the adjustable skate and I'd advise to get a solid hard boot instead. This is the USD transformer, and it also comes in the same sizing ranges as the Celtic K skate that we talked about before. So the same sizing advice also goes for this skate. We have an entire video just about this skate and all the adjustments possible for this skate on our YouTube. So we'll link it in the description. Let me go through it real quickly right now. You can tighten the laces really hard and make a big knot. Put a little bit of a shock absorber underneath. The mounting bolts are really weak, so I advise you to replace those. The frame spacers, they break easily, so keep an eye out for the frame spacers breaking, because the wheel will slow down if they do. And then you have a spare one in the grind wheels. There's also one in the box, I think. You can use the grind wheels frame spacers to go forward, and then you have like a fresh set again. The liner is really nice and comfortable, so this is the good thing about this skate. It's also heat moldable. You can put it in the oven and then it shapes to your foot. So that's a cool little feature about this skate. But I think the best thing is the small size where it comes in. That's kind of like the unique selling point. It starts at size 33. So if you have really small foot, this is the way to go. This is the Rollerblade New Jack Junior. I don't really know if this model will be continued in the next couple of years, because Rollerblade's going a little bit in a different direction with their aggressive skates. They made like a new blank type skates, but at this point at least, it's still on the market. And it's a good, solid type skate, nice and strong, strong frame. So it's in a lot of ways, this is already a lot better than all the adjustable skates that I just showed. This, however, is marketed as an adjustable skate, and the shell is not adjustable at all. The way they solve this is they put a little bit of like a little bit of piece of foam at the toe area. This little piece of foam you can take out real easily, and that way the sizing is adjusted. I am not really a big fan of this way of size adjustability, because I think control of the skate doesn't come in the length. So if the skate is too big, the skate's gonna be too big whether you put like a small thing at your toes or not. I think it makes a lot more sense to put in extra insoles, because you really want to have control over the middle part of your foot. You should have pressure at this part and not so much at the toes. I am a skate teacher, so this is a part of what I'm doing, is teaching children how to inline skate, and also I'm teaching them how to grind, how to use the skate park, do cool tricks. And one of my students is called Inu, and Inu has been skating for a long time, and he's still a small young kid, but he's pretty feisty. He has had a few of these adjustable skates that we just showed. He had the USD Transformer and the Racer's Genesis. And with all of them, I have seen so many problems. So I'm super happy that he now finally has size 34 and could get a decent pair of skates. He just got the Roaches M12. The Roaches M12 might be the most classical skate that we have in the whole of inline skating. There's so many good things about this skate, and it just works really well. It's really well made, and you can tell just like how a foot sits in this shell, that it just fits like a glove. Another thing that's really great is the flex. So this skate can flex forward really easily, and that's kind of like what children need. For example, the Racer's Genesis Junior that he had before, that one was kind of stiff in its forward flex, and now he has this skate, and we can really see the improvement of his tricks with it. Another cool thing about this skate is that it comes in a lot of nice colors. For example, this cool yellow one. A little bit confusing is that there's two price ranges. So this one is like 230 euros, 220, and this one is 160. The difference is that the frame is a lot better made in the more expensive models, and that's kind of like what you want as well, because it's a lot more solid. Because for the cheaper models, the wheels are actually really loose. You can see that I'm moving it right now, and that's not supposed to happen. Next skate, the USD Sway. The smallest size of this model is very, very new. It only came out maybe this year, so I'm super happy to have this now in the list of small-sized good skates. It comes with the same liner that's in the USD Basic Aeon, and it has a really good Kaiser Fluid 5 frame with a flat setup, meaning there's 4 wheels, and it has a pretty nice groove. So you can still pretty good grind on this, even though it has 4 wheels. The sole plate's nice and wide, and it's pretty cheap. So next to the Roches M12, this might be one of the other very, very best options for children that have small feet. Next up, this is the USD Aeon Basic. So this has the same liner as the USD Sway that we just talked about. And it's also a flat setup, so it has 4 wheels. The cool thing about the USD Aeon is that it has a really, really big groove. This is due to that the frame is non-removable, which is a little bit complicated, but normally a frame is attached with frame bolts, and these frame bolts are kind of in the way if you want to design a skate which has a big groove. And because there are no frame bolts, so there's no mounting system, they could design this skate to have the biggest groove possible. So this is the perfect combination between being able to roll nicely on 4 wheels and being able to grind perfectly with the big groove. It has a nice wide sole plate, comfortable skate, good forward flex, and it's only 200 euros. Racers has the Racers Genesis Junior, but it also has the Racers Loca. The Racers Loca is based on the Racers Shift model, and this is actually the skate that I'm using myself. So this is a really, really good skate. The cool thing about this skate is that it has 2 buttons here, which you can press. Then you can take off the slider and the frame just falls off. Then you can have another sole frame with another pair of frames with maybe like a flat setup, so 4 wheels, or a freestyle setup, meaning 4 bigger wheels, so you can freestyle skate through the city and go to the skate park on your big wheels, change the system when you're in the skate park to your small wheels, and go grinding. This skate is 250 euros, which is a lot more expensive than the other models that we just discussed, but it also comes with this cool feature of frame changeability, and it comes with a super comfortable rain liner, which is a good liner brand. It's pretty cool because all the Racer skates, they come at size 3940 as the smallest shell size. And the shell size is the size of the outside plastic here. And only recently the Racer Shift or Loca skates came in a size 37-38. But now they went one step further and they also made this super tiny size 35-36 shell size. So if you have super tiny feet, then this super tiny mega turbo good skate might be the best option. Then the last skate we're gonna discuss is the most expensive one. This one costs 440 euros for just the boot. So you still need to buy the frame to make it complete. That's because this skate is made of carbon material, which is really stiff and stable, but also really expensive. This is the Seba CJ skate. It's really, really comfortable and really high performance. This is what you would get if maybe you're like an expert skater and are destroying your skates like every half year or year. Then the growth of your foot is not that important anymore, because you know that your skates are not going to last you 4 years anyway. Also, if you just have small feet and you're like an adult, then this is also really good. But as a children's skate, if your child is growing really rapidly and gets his first pair of skate, then maybe this is a little bit too much. The smallest size available of this skate is size 36. And if you use it 2 sizes bigger, then you could use it, I think, starting from size 34. So those were all the skate models that we currently have. Of course, it's going to change a little bit from time to time, but the biggest thing changing is actually the colors. So in 5 years, this will still kind of like be what's on the market most likely. Now let's talk a little bit about how a skate fits and how you can make it fit the best. Usually children's are not really that specific about that the skate is not comfortable. So for example, if I have an adult here in the store, they might have like a little lump here on the side of their foot, which makes some skates just not work for them. Children don't seem to really have that problem. That doesn't mean that fit is not important though. A skate should really be as tight as possible, and you as a parent should help them with this, I think. One of the things I often see going wrong is the lip being on the outside of the skate. This is the lip, and this is where it should be. Another thing is the buckle should be closed really tightly, and the laces should also be closed really tightly. If your kid doesn't tie its laces, then maybe you could just put in a really tight knot so that it can barely slip his foot in or out, and then you can like did your best. Another smart thing is to put in a rubber band instead of the laces. The last thing I want to say as an advice about size adjustability is that you can always use an old pair of insoles that you have laying around the house, cut them in the right shape, and put them in the skate to create more pressure, and that will make them skate better. So that's everything that I know about children's inline skates that are adjustable or not adjustable. If there's anything I missed or anything you'd like to add to the topic, please do so in the comments of the video. We make a new video like this every week, so if you like content like this, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. And you really, really, really need to want to do that before really pull the front towards the front. Screw the button. Screw the pull. Everything lasts its whole lifetime. It will at least last until the. It will at least last. What? Oh, it's a lot of itching on my nose. Yeah. Sorry, man. You have to look at this like so many times while editing. It's really a really nice, comfortable liner brand, which is a really nice and comfortable, which is a good size. Wait, scrap that. So wait, also scratch that.